We're prepping for our trek into the Carson National Forest. We'll be hiking up in the mountains. I can see snow up there. It's going to be really pretty.
For me, the biggest challenge was on day 2 when the sleet started coming down and it started getting cold.
And we had to go over so many trees in the sleet.
Just going over all the fallen trees on the trail.
For 4 consecutive miles, and it took forever.
It was very not fun.
And it was so cold and it was wet.
Especially like the socks and shoes.
We didn't really know what kind of a campsite we would find.
Finally arrived at the campsite and it was a big marsh.
When it froze over and everything was just cold. My favorite part of the trip was definitely reaching the ridge and be able to see the great view of God's creation on both sides. It was truly incredible.
Definitely the ridge. That was absolutely awesome.
It's the view on the mountain. I was proud of myself that I made it up there.
The view from the ridge.
Skyline Trail was pretty neat to see the view, and that had been a goal, so I was glad we could accomplish it as a group.
Going to the ridge and seeing the mountain sheep.
I think the highlight of the trip for me was the ridge hike, especially when we were hiking in the thunder. That was pretty incredible.
God's protection through the thunder and lightning, and
the motivation that came over the group when the lightning started popping and the pace picked up.
The Lord shall preserve you from all evil. He shall preserve your soul. The Lord shall preserve your going out and your coming in, from this time forth, even forevermore.
My favorite part of these trips is always just being with my friends, but this year we got to the ridge and hiked on that.
So getting down from the ridge to where I could actually breathe again was great.
Just be able to hang out with some of my best friends.
Really enjoyed being with my son and the trailmen, and
It was very hard to keep going, but we were able to push through it, which is really good.
For me, the highlight was definitely making the ridge and also be able to say that we completed the loop, which has been something we've wanted to do for several years.
Just being able to drink from all the rivers.
It was neat to see everyone succeed. And
my favorite part about this trip has been being out in nature and spending time with my son.
I think one of the best parts was the friends we made along the way, but the dandelions were better.
And just a few minutes ago, I found out that I was taller than Aiken.
There it is.
God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble. Therefore we will not fear, though the earth give way and the mountains fall into the heart of the sea, though its waters roar and foam and the mountains quake with their surging. The Lord Almighty is with us. The God of Jacob is our fortress. Selah.